93 years old Mrs. Jones. After a long sermon, the priest asked the parishioners if they were ready to forgive their enemies. About half of them raised their hands. Dissatisfied with the result, the priest continued speaking for another 20 minutes, then repeated his question. This time, about 80% of the parishioners raised their hands. The priest preached for another 15 minutes and asked again if they were ready to forgive their enemies. The tired parishioners responded unanimously, except for one elderly woman who remained silent. "Mrs. Jones, aren't you ready to forgive your enemies?"
I don't have any enemies.
The elderly woman replied. "That's amazing. How old are you?"
93.
"Mrs. Johnson, please come forward and tell us how a person can live to be 93 years old without having a single enemy." The small, sweet grandmother slowly walked to the front of the church, turned to the congregation, and said,
It's not hard to understand. I just outlived those bitches.